Hi everyone, just thought I'd give you a quick tour of the allotment and let you see what's going on. So there you can see the main path is in, going up to the shed. So I'm very pleased with that. A lot of work digging out and digging down where the path is there, removing soil, mounding it up on either side, because when this place rains the whole area floods. So we're doing a path of bark at least a couple of inches deep and bedding up these beds here. It gives these flowers a fighting chance. And there's some herbs and some of the rhubarb transplanted from home back in May time. Wasn't the best time to be transplanting, but that's okay. Some of my pumpkin squashes going on there, and cabbages all nicely netted. There's the spring sown broadbeans. You would have seen in my potager one at home. The autumn sown ones are producing pods, but the spring ones are coming along nicely. It'll be time to pinch out those tips to avoid or minimise the black fly. Of course, some salad leaves there. Storing some wood. Want to make a decent compost bin. I'll tell you more about that over coming weeks. And along the edges here, the previous owner had sown quite a lot of berries. So they are in flower now, and they'll produce a nice lot of fruiting too. So the focus, I suppose, for here has really been getting the area just clean and tidy and bringing beds into production one by one. And to do that, leaving them clean, you can see some here, simply covering in black plastic and smothering out the weeds, because if you don't, they'll end up like that and worse. And you see what one of the plots right beside us, you know, lots of wildflower seeds to float into my garden. So it really is getting them clean, covering with black plastic. I have lots of old bits of wood that I just have to shift out as well. I get that compost area made. Previous owner fairly cleverly was sowing limonanthus or poached eggplant, and reading up a bit about it, it is actually a green manure. Now, not one that adds nitrogen back to the soil, but one because it produces such fibrous roots. Here's a bed that had it already. It breaks up it's great for breaking up the compact soil. So I was looking up Flower Jew Bob and what he had to say about them, because he's a great man for this sort of thing. And he recommends using them. So I'm going to harvest the seed and probably sow these two beds here next year. Once these are fully finished flowering, I'll just give them a good digging over, add in as much organic compost as I can find, and cover over, let it all lay down, let the worms do their work. The edgings on the bed, worth pointing out, they're not the best. They've probably been here 3 or 4 years, so they're breaking up sometimes as I lift them. They're breaking in my hands. So I've either decided to leave them and get some more, or leave the system in place, because it is quite nicely laid out in fairness, and get more and begin to replace them, or do away with them and have some sort of other system. Slug traps, you'll be familiar with those from the house, and some potatoes I found sprouting actually. I'm hoping they're Mayan gold, because they're a very gold looking yellow and they're very gold looking flesh. The plants themselves have come along reasonably nicely, and we'll wait and see what comes up out of them. I'll need to heal them up or mound them up. And then along this edge again, we're just full of weeds, so lots of carpet, smoother out the weeds that were there, apart from the rows with the hypericum growing through it. And the fencing itself it's very bitty. So I'm at a stage now where I've acquired some other wire meshing, putting in fresh posts and securing it. So it gives you quite a good overview of what's going on. pumpkins, some of the large red caps, butternut squash is what the labels say, but I suspect there might be something different. But anyway, and you can see I've put a framework for them to climb up on. Yeah, so that's it. New allotment, or reclaiming an allotment, maybe we should be calling it. Whoever was doing it before, say, was into their soft fruits, certainly around the edges, and that's a black currant right there. So lots done, more to do, and we'll keep an eye on how we go over coming weeks and months. As always, thanks for liking, subscribing, commenting. Any tips and hints are always gratefully received. Look at that. I should say, many of these plants are ones I brought from home. The ones along the edging, the iris there and the lavender were here, but the rest of them I've actually brought. But yeah, thanks for everything, and we'll catch you on the other side. All the best. Bye bye.